It really is totally amazing how a journey like mine can take so many twists and turns. 2 weeks ago, I was thin, I was scratched to ribbons, I was getting huge headaches, I had thorns in my feet, and to be honest, I was close to despair. I didn't think I would make it. I had to get around the gorge somehow. To beat David Livingstone, is going to beat David Lemon. And then from I think I mentioned this in the last clip, getting to Kazindira and then to those lovely Carlisle people was special. And from there I walked on, and somebody really is looking after me, because I was walking down this road wanting to get back to the lake. I stopped in a village and asked the bloke how to get to the water, because none of them know what a lake means. And he said, "I'll show you." And he took me up this horrible, rocky, narrow path. I staggered along. It was afternoon. I was tired and sweaty and not happy. Then he brought me out on the road, and which was going up a hill. He pointed up the hill, and I said, "No, that's not right, because the road is, I can see the shoreline back there. So this isn't where I want to go." He said, "No, that's the only way I know." So I plodded up the hill. I could see some green grass there, and then a motorbike came down the other way. The guy stopped. He said, "I've heard about you. My mum has been collecting pictures from Facebook." I said, "Oh, that's nice." He said, "Do you want to come back for a cup of tea?" So I did. On the motorbike with a pack. It's not back on my back. It was not easy, because it was quite a steep hill. And then he said, "You knew John Wells, didn't you?" And John Wells and I were friends for many years in the police force. And I've met him many times after that. I was at his funeral. And he said, "Yeah, my mum is his widow." I said, "Well, surely." And she was actually visiting from UK. So I had to stay the night. No question about that. And that was wonderful and totally coincidental. How did that happen? And then, what happened next? Everybody I'd spoken to and asked, "How do I get around this gorge?" I said, "You've got to ask Mawaya." Mawaya means crackpot or crazy. And eventually I got to Mawaya's camp. And he is a bit of a crazy man. He's covered in hair, a pair of piercing blue eyes look out from a mat of hair. But he was overjoyed to see me. He said, "Oh, I've heard about you, this is wonderful." And his wife said, "Well, you expected somebody about 30. Oh, sorry. And I told my wife my problem. I said, "I can't go through the gorge. I just cannot face another gorge." He said, "No, there's no problem." He said, "There's an old David Livingstone road in the gorge." He said, "I'm going to camp at either end of it." I said, "Okay, how do I get to that?" He said, "That is the problem. You've got to walk, and it's a walk that's never been done before. So walk around the base of Mount Stephanie." He said, "But it's not really a problem, because I've been wanting to do that walk for years." He said, "Then I'll come with you." With that, he rang a friend of his in Harare, who's apparently, or is, an expert on Livingstone travels. The friend was overjoyed at the thought. Drove up from Harare yesterday. We've already had a couple of conference sessions. I said I'd just follow on, fellow. And they're going to take me up to the Livingstone Trail, up to Mawaya. His real name is Johan Hogard. Up to his first camp, then down to his second camp, and they'll leave me there. And okay, I'm a bit worried how I'll keep up with them. They're both much younger than me. But it's an opportunity to add a huge amount of interest to this walk of mine, rather than just plod from village to village or camp to camp. We leave at 6 tomorrow morning, and hopefully I can keep up. And they reckon it'll take us about 2 weeks. Fair enough. And also, my wife said, "Hey, we were talking about sponsorship, and I said, yeah, my sponsors, Cowbell, sponsored me as far as the Zambian border, and were wonderful. I said, but they can't get into here, obviously. He said, no worry. He said, we'll sponsor you. I don't even know what his company name is, but they're going to sponsor me, resupply me at Tet, and a place called Kaya, and wherever else I want. So for the moment, things are looking up, and I could yet reach Chindi. What a wonderful thought.